Today, I'm sharing the Simple Money Method workshop I hosted live last week inside the Simple Money Systems Facebook group. If you've ever wanted to get your money organized in a way that's simple and not boring, without chasing spreadsheets and complicated formulas, friend, you're going to love this session. At the heart of it, the method is about your relationship with money and how to align your finances in a way that supports both your needs and your wants. One participant told me the workshop made her really think about how she communicates with her money. Another person wrote this on her worksheet. Quote, "Oh, hey, I can multiply." This is what your money communicating to her, right? If you'll just slow down and think about this, we can work together, kind of like a person. Or, I can burn out if you don't use me wisely. Don't you want to just burn through me? End of quote. And I love that because it's so true. Money can multiply when you put it to work. And when you give it a job, it listens. But we also know how easily it can disappear when we spend without thinking, like impulse buys that don't really add value to our lives. Here's another message I received about the workshop. Quote, "The most touching part for me was addressing the fears and how I feel about money, using my obstacles as stepping stones." End of quote. And another review said, quote, "This is a very simple approach to budgeting." End of quote. All right, friend, I know you'll find my simple money method to be practical, clear, and realistic. So, are you ready to learn? Let's dive in. Welcome to the Simple Money Systems. This is the go-to podcast for exceptional women who are eager to pay off their debt and live a fearless, meaningful life with confidence and joy. Hi, Diana Gallas here. I am a mom to a special needs child, a caregiver to a loved one, and the host of this show for you, who is determined to break free from debt without sacrificing what you value most. Discover here simple money strategies to set you free from debt culture, money wasting, and ever-changing mode of currency and market volatility. If you're ready to say yes to a debt-free life and exchange everything that hasn't worked for a plan that will, results that are undeniable, like peace of mind, better sleep, improved mood, and more money in your pocket, this podcast is for you. Hug your bug or boo, roll up those sleeves, and get your life out of debt into your freedom land with confidence. Before you can take control, friend, of your money, build a budget, pay off debt, or grow your income, you have to understand one foundational thing. How do you define your money? Not just what money is, but what it means to you. This is the first step to changing how you manage it. Because here's the truth. Money is neutral, but your relationship with it is personal. It's shaped by your past, your experiences, your culture, your faith, your struggles, and your wins. And it can carry a lot of emotion like freedom, shame, power, guilt, love, hope, pressure, stress. It can be never enough, or maybe being in control feeling, maybe security, or a tool, or sometimes all at once. Now, I want you to pause and reflect. We are not diving into spreadsheets yet. We are going inward first to uncover your money beliefs. I want to help you identify what money truly means to you, emotionally, practically, and personally, so you can begin managing it with purpose and clarity. What does your current definition of money cause you to do? Do you avoid your bank account, overspend to cope, save everything out of fear? This is key. Your mindset leads your money moves. Think about how you spend, how you save or maybe avoid money, how you give or talk about money. Okay? Does it cause you to overspend, avoid, hustle harder, or feel overwhelmed? And what habits are coming from fear and which are coming from intention? So take your time and reflect on it. Write down 3 ways how your current money mindset impacts your daily choices. Friend, if money could talk to you, what would it say? Maybe it will say that you ignore me, or maybe you work so hard, I wish you'd let me help you breathe. What part of that message makes you convicted? And what part makes you feel hopeful? Now, I want you to find money in a way that serves you, not scares you. You get to write a new story, your new definition of your money, rooted in purpose, not stress or overwhelm. Because your money can be a tool for peace and purpose. This can be your definition. Because it allows you to create stability for your family and build a life that reflects your values. Maybe your definition can be as a reflection of your priorities, that your money reflects your priorities. Because how you spend, save, and give shows what truly matters to you. Or as a resource you manage, not something that controls you, because you are in charge of how it flows in and out of your life. When you change how you define your money, you change how you manage it. You change how you earn it. Yes. And you change what it means for your future. Friend, you get to define your money, not the other way around. All right? It's time for you to get into the driver's seat and to take control of your money, friend. Because your money needs you to lead. Okay? When you start telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went, everything changes. This isn't about restriction, it's about direction. You have the power to give every dollar a job to do, to align your spending with your values, and to build a life that reflects your purpose. Shifting your mindset from passive to intentional is the key to lasting change. And it starts with one simple decision. You are the boss of your money now. After you redefined what money means to you, I want you to take a moment what you would say to your money. Okay? If it could listen, what would it tell you? And money listens. Would it be, money, you work for me now, not the other way around? I am directing you toward peace, purpose, and the life I'm intentionally building. Or maybe you can write down, dear money, thank you for flowing into my life. I am ready to guide you with clarity and confidence so you can serve my goals, not my stress. All right? Or maybe you can tell your money that you are a tool in my hands. I will use you to create joy, stability, and legacy, not just for me, but for those who depend on me. And friend, after you recorded your thought, think about how it would feel to finally be in control of your money. All right, now I want to ask a straight question. Do you know exactly where your money is going each month? It's a powerful question and one that can shift everything in your financial journey. When you know where your money goes, it's crucial because it gives you clarity, control, and confidence. Without that awareness, it's easy to feel like your money is slipping through your fingers, no matter how hard you work. And friend, if you're not sure, you might feel guessing, scrambling, or overwhelmed, like you're constantly playing catch up but can't pinpoint why. Or maybe you're frustrated because you're earning money but have nothing to show for it. Or maybe it feels you anxious, especially when unexpected expenses come up and you don't know what you can afford. But the good news, that uncertainty doesn't have to be your norm. Awareness is the first step toward freedom, and you are already taking it. All right. Now I want you to think about this. On a regular basis, do you actually know how much money you have available? Not just to cover your bills, but also enjoy life, meet your needs, and honor your wants. It's one thing to have a budget, but it's another to feel confident that your money is enough to support both your responsibilities and your desires. Now, after that, let's dig into a powerful what if. Okay? What would truly change in your life if you had a simple, debt-free plan that actually worked? Picture it, not just numbers on a paper, but real transformation. How would it shift your stress levels? What impact would it have on your child, your peace of mind, or the way you move towards your goals? Imagine what it would mean to finally stop surviving and start building with intention, stability, and hope for the future. Friend, take a moment and write down 3 areas of your life that would be most impacted by having a clear working financial plan. Think your personal life, being confident and having peace of mind, relational, you want to have a healthier connection with your child, your family, and maybe it's emotional side, having less stress and more joy in your life, whatever comes up for you. This is where the vision starts to take root. All right, friend, are you ready to dream big? Let's look at the word big acronym that I have created, where B is for bold. Okay? Friend, you don't shrink from your dreams. It doesn't mean how old you are. That means that you're free to dream beyond your current limits. Your vision doesn't have to shrink to fit your circumstances. It's your call to expand your vision, trust your purpose, and go beyond what feels possible. You're here not for small, you're here for greater. Now, the letter I stands for inspired. You're not just surviving. You're lit by purpose, by your child, by your special calling, whatever it might be, by the future you're building. Your dreams are given to you for a reason. It's not random. It is part of your calling, and you're allowed to go after it without hesitation. All right, and the letter G is for grounded, because you're rooted in your values and what truly matters. Not hype, not hustle, but what works for you and your family. The word big isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about being brave, focused, and deeply rooted in what matters most. Now I want the word big to remind you that you are free to dream without guilt. You can grow without limits, and you can rise without apology. You don't have to shrink your dreams. You just need to stretch your belief. Okay? You were made for more than just survival. And when you stop playing small and move with bold intention, growth becomes inevitable. So friend, start where you are and dream beyond where you've been. You probably heard me on my podcast that I am a big advocate for dreaming, to dream big, because your dreams, friends, your dreams may come alive, okay? And when I was a young girl, I loved to dream, and I also loved to read books. I didn't have many friends, and books were my place of escape to a wonderland where I could do miracles. I could dream with no fear and get lost in time. Afterward, I often got in trouble with my mom looking for me. One of my favorite dreams was to live in a small castle and to own collections of precious gems, stones, seashells, and so on. And as a young adult, I decided to join my parents and move to the United States as a legal immigrant to pursue my heart's desire to learn, to be able to live my moral values without being perceived differently. And well, I'm still different. I guess I always be different. But anyways, and yes, I can speak Latvian, Russian, and English. And of course, English is now being my second native language. And friends, isn't it beautiful? I love it. So if you hear a little accent, that's just a piece of home coming through. Now you know I'm not a stranger, just someone who brought a bit of Riga's charm with me to this Simple Money Method workshop. All right, so I managed to learn English, then I married my long-awaited love and earned my degree in accounting and business administration together with my 4 beautiful kids who are all grown and living on their own except Davy, our youngest one, an exceptional one, who is with us, helping and cheering us through the hard times and good times. So, with all the hardships of pursuing the American dream, then owning a home, raising a family, and working long hours to keep up with mortgage, with our loan, then student loans and auto loans but not to extend when the loans, a mortgage becomes a burden to my family. And I knew early on that this wasn't the life I wanted to live until the spark came to my mind to create a roadmap, my financial plan, the Simple Money Method, using the very system I'm going to teach you today. It all did happen because of my big dream. So I decided to accept what I wasn't able to change. And I took courage to take action where I did have control because I needed to have a strong motive to take the next steps. So, with Dave being born intellectually different, I knew my life wouldn't be the same. I felt that I was robbed of something big, precious, and dear to my heart. You know, that victim state of mind, but I don't like being a victim for a long time. This hit me hard because my plans were ruined. But with this, out of the rubble, something beautiful, something big grew. And this was my big push moment after my special needs son was born. And now, friends, I want you to go through your moments in life, especially those you thought were incurable. I want you out of the deep down of your heart of hearts, to receive the download from above, how my friend liked to say. And because when you know that you know this is the way and you go in it. Now, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked when setting financial goals: your why. It has much deeper reason behind everything you're working toward. It's not just about paying off debt, saving money, or building wealth. It's about what those things unlock for you. Okay? Whether it's freedom, peace, time with your kids, a stable home, or living a legacy. Your why is personal, powerful, and essential. And I have created an acronym for the word why to remind you that, friend, you are worthy. You're not just chasing dollars. You're claiming your value, your time, your dream. You're worthy of success, peace, and overflow. Now, the letter H is for home. Your home is you, your family, your anchor, your values. It's your drive, your safety space, and a place of peace. It's coming from within you. And also, I want to remind you, even when you are holding everything together, friend, you are too held by grace, by purpose. Yes. And letter Y, it stands for you, because, friend, you matter. This life, abundance, your well-being, it's meant for you to thrive, to say yes to your dreams even in the middle of limitations. And when it comes to handling money, especially with intention, when you're intentional, it's easy to get discouraged or distracted. Life happens, emergencies pop up, temptations call. But, friend, your why becomes like an invisible fence, quietly but firmly guiding your decisions. It keeps you aligned when things get hard. It reminds you why you started when giving up feels much easier. And it helps you say no to short-term impulses so you can say yes to your long-term vision. Yes. So think of it like this. Your why is the emotional anchor behind how you spend, save, invest, and give. Because without it, money decisions can feel like a chore. And with it, they become powerful steps, like a stepping stones, toward the life you're intentionally building. So, before you fine-tune your budget, make a payment plan, or open that savings account. Get rooted in your why. Write it down. Speak it over yourself. Let it lead you. The truth is, numbers may guide the process, right? But your why fuels the journey. Think about your why like your personal mission code infused with heart, courage, and purpose. Because you carry a lot and still rise. You face what's hard, exhaustion, setbacks, stretch, and keep going anyway. You aren't just breaking cycles, friend, you are building new ones. Healing from lack, from fear, from hustle overload, for you and your family. You deeply desire more. Yes, all of us. Not for greed, but for peace, freedom, and a life that reflects your effort, love, and purpose. Because even in the limits, friend, you still long for more. More peace, more time, more freedom. And friend, you're not done dreaming. Now you've defined your money. You have your dream list in front of you. You know your why. And now money comes into the picture. All right. And here's the fun stuff begins. The first thing, my dear precious people, I want you to understand this one thing. Friend, you have enough to start with. It doesn't matter how much you earn or own. All right? Friend, you need to get your income coming though. Okay? You can't be successful in just sitting, waiting, and dreaming for something to happen. This is not negotiable. Start with a steady income. You need to have your money supply coming in constantly. Whether it's a husband's working, or maybe you can get a job that fits your life, this is something you need to get done. And it does not have to be a huge income. Some kind of income, it's important. All right. So this is your money funnel. Your inflow on top of the chart where everything starts. This is where your money supply is fueling the outflow. Your paycheck deposited, your investment income, your pension checks gets deposited, or net income. Whatever is available to spend in your bank. Now the fun part. Your outflow. It runs into two buckets. Your needs and your wants. And friends, notice they're on the same level. Your needs and wants. Okay? Now, going down the flow, your needs are the things we pay to run our lives, such as electricity, water, transportation, telephone, internet, food. These are our needs. And these expenses are categorized into two groups. Bills that you pay once a month and all other daily purchases. Your bills need to be paid on time. Friends, is it true? We are all agree on that. Okay. That's why I created a bill pay system, how you can stay on top of your bills and to make sure you have enough to cover them. And then your daily purchases. These are also essential expenses that are important for our daily living. We all need to fill up our gas tanks to buy groceries. So there is an amazing system I created for this expense group using your credit card. Okay? So yes, in my debt-free budgeting course, I'll guide you how to create and use these two systems. to run your family, ensuring you have enough for what you need. So this is why it's important to separate your bills that you pay once a month from your daily purchases, because there is a separate system for your bill pay and then for your everyday purchases. All right. Now, needs are good, but what about wants? Our desires and our dreams that we just talked about a few minutes ago. Okay, I'm such a fan of dreaming big. Okay, and our wants, our dreams aren't less important than our needs. So, the second bucket are wants, and it also comes down to two categories. The first category is anything that we wish brings value, anything out of value. And it's our value add want, okay? And the second category is, of course, anything that we want that doesn't bring value. It's no value want, okay? So it needs to be dropped on a spot. Because you don't want to spend time, energy, and money on it. And whatever want you have, that of value, I have created a dream planning system where actually you can see your dream come alive with a little bit of planning, and with the two-line money method is all possible. Okay? I created a graphic to visually show you how your income first needs to go towards your bills and your purchases. Okay, and this is where two-line budget comes into play. Whatever left can be budgeted towards your value add wants. Okay, and here's how two-line budget works. When you see what's left, these are your money that you pay yourself for your value add wants. And the cool thing about this method that this is quote unquote pay yourself money, okay? The next month you transfer this amount the very first thing when your paycheck is deposited, okay? Because you know exact amount how much you need to pay yourself. Because when you pay yourself, you fund your value add wants and dreams. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter how much or how little you have. What matters is how you use it. Okay. When you give your money direction and make it serve you instead of the other way around, it becomes a powerful support system for your goals. I wanted to ask you a question. What is stopping you from putting a plan in place? Is it a fear of falling apart? Or maybe falling again? Failing? Is it not knowing where to start? Maybe it's a fear of financial future isn't just about money. It's a mix of emotion, memory, and belief. Because emotionally, it's a gut level anxiety when you think about bills, debts, or not having enough. It's the stress that tightens your chest when the numbers don't add up. Then experience that may come from your past, growing up with struggle, surviving setbacks, or carrying the weight of past mistakes. Those memories stick and shape how you see risk, success, and safety. Another point about fear is often built from what you learned. When you think, I can't afford to fail, or I'm not good with money, and if I try and fall short, I'll lose everything. These beliefs create invisible limits, even when the facts say otherwise. And friends, the fear can either trap you in survival mode or wake you up to take control. The shift happens when you learn to face it with clarity instead of shame or guilt. My biggest fear was that one day I'll run out of money and will put me in even greater trouble of bankruptcy and so on. And the most scariest part of not knowing what to do about all that messy stress. Okay? What I did, I rolled up my sleeves and created a 2-line budgeting method I'm sharing with you today. Because, friend, your fears are your stumbling block. And I love to call them, friends, listen here, stepping stones. Okay? Your stumbling blocks turn into your stepping stones because this is where I get my strategy to get started and to be successful in anything I put my hands on. Look at your obstacles. Face your fears. Look into the eyes of your giant. Yes. And after you have your fears in front of you on the paper, then take the next step. Turn your obstacles or your fears into 3 actionable steps. Is it something you already know and just procrastinated on taking action? Friend, do you need support? Are you ready to stop doing it alone and start following a proven system? Do you need accountability, guidance, and a step-by-step framework? And if you answered yes to any of this, then it's time to take action. Yes. And the debt-free budgeting course was created exactly for this moment. When you're finally ready to align your mindset with real results, I invite you to join the debt-free budgeting program. This is a 6-week program. You can complete it within 6 weeks, but you'll have access to come back and to polish your questions or maybe steps or ask questions or get to live coaching for 6 months. And I will teach you to organize your finances in the way you love and the way it fits your family lifestyle. You will learn to dream fearlessly and with confidence, looking into your future. Your mountain of debt will move out of your roadway so you can pursue your God-given purpose. And the main point, that you can experience victory after victory, encouraging others and helping them to get unstuck and spread the good news of a life they always wanted to live. You will go deep, creating your cash flow, and then you establish your 2-line budget. I will teach you how to work with only one checking account and one credit card to get to your goal faster. Then you'll know your financial roadblocks and will one by one conquer your challenges fearlessly. And after completing this course, you will know how to build your net worth and to face obstacles and get back on track with confidence. I hope that this course will get your family together. This is my desire. This is my prayer. Supporting your common desires, your dreams, your goals, and more than that, so you can get your talents and gifts to shine by serving others without the financial constraints. Are you ready? Are you fired up? Friend, to get off the hamster wheel, I want you to do these 2 things. Face your financial fears. And if you're debt free, then face your next big goal. And number two, turn your fears into actionable steps to conquer them by saying yes to the debt free budgeting course. My student is saying, I'm currently going through this course, and honestly, I'm a bit shocked at how my husband and I had been handling our finances. We grew up without credit cards, so we didn't know better, and we ended up in deep debt. This course has been a game changer, and it's opened my eyes and completely shifted the way I think about money. It's not just about getting out of debt. It's about learning how to stay out of debt, and for good. And I'm so grateful there is finally practical guidance like this available. And I truly hope our kids won't repeat the same financial mistakes we made. This course comes with weekly live coachings where I coach in a group setting once a week. Whatever questions my students have, they provide me in advance, and I go one by one and answer all the questions. And also, if you need to have a private session, private coaching, I'm open for that as well. Anything of a value requires some kind of a sacrifice, commitment, and discipline. Here are a few actionable strategic steps you can take to afford this course. Number one, surrender your big goal, your dream, to the Lord. You need to have your dream, okay? Your big dream. If this is what God wants you to go after, He will make a way, and trust the process and listen and then take action. Number two, print your last month's bank statement, the one you show all your expenses. Yes, your bills, your purchases, everything, your needs and your wants. And then number three, take your highlighter and go line by line and highlight the transactions you can commit to pause for a few months. I want you to be at peace, not only mentally, spiritually, but also financially. And here you are. This program is available for you to invest in and to create a structure in your finances. And your successful, victorious future starts today, not someday. Take the next step and walk into the life you were created to live. I'm cheering you on all the way, and see you inside the course and inside of this beautiful community. Thank you for tuning into the Simple Money Systems podcast. I hope you found this episode insightful, and I truly believe that a mom like you can be an inspiration to many others just by simply sharing this podcast and leaving a path of precious gems for those moms who are yet to find them. So together, we can create a community of exceptional moms who stand behind each other. Would you share it with other ladies so they can also find a way to a purposeful, debt-free life? Your precious gem is yet to shine. Get it out and share your light with others. Take a good care of yourself, and I meet you right back here at the Simple Money Systems, where your financial freedom journey begins.